While there's no immediate threats for tropical landfalls or impact along the United States, it remains fairly busy in the tropical Atlantic as we are tracking a number of systems here. Boy, this tropical wave in the Northwest Caribbean, lots of moisture with it, but you'll notice how the clouds are kind of stretched out along that wave. That means it's encountering wind shear, winds from the southwest and upper part of the atmosphere. So while this is going to have a huge impact in Florida, we're helping produce showers and thunderstorms. We're not looking at any development here. Let's take you out to Tropical Storm Philippe, losing wind intensity, and it will continue to weaken and lose wind intensity, I should say, as it moves to the west here over the next couple of days. This is going to impact the northern Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico with some locally heavy rain. We're going to have to worry about that as we get into Friday and into the upcoming weekend here because it's so slow moving. There's not going to be a lot of wind with it, but certainly there's going to be a lot of moisture. And by the way, keep in mind, some of this moisture will start moving toward Florida early next week. Keep that in mind. Now, just south and east of Philippe, we have this tropical wave. This is likely to get better organized later this week. So it will likely become our next storm, but we're not looking for any impacts on the United States. Why? Because we're going to be looking at this as we head into next week. That'll steer this well east of the United States, this big dip in the jet stream. Now, with this dip in the jet stream, perhaps some moisture coming in from Philippe. You know, whenever you get a dip in the jet stream this deep, this time of the year, you have to look for homegrown development, just like we saw with Ophelia. You have to watch for that. I'm worried about that as we get into the middle and latter half of next week, especially if you can get a piece of this trough coming off what we call an upper level low, like it did with Ophelia. There will be a front down here. You're starting to get showers and thunderstorms to form. And if you can get this area to sit for a few days, you can get tropical development. Now, keep in mind, waters off the southeast coast of the United States not as warm as what they had with Ophelia, because Ophelia really caused those waters to what we call upwell. That is cooler water being brought up from the depths of the atmosphere because of the stirring going on here. But still, this is an area to watch mid to late next week.